Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I'm coming to you today with the 65th installment of Black Girls on Television, Part 1 for Scandal. Let's get to it, shall we? All right, you guys, so I am in the house. As you can tell, it is Veterans Day. Well, it's not Veterans Day. We're observing Veterans Day today. Veterans Day is actually tomorrow, but I'm off today, and I don't feel like getting in my car. So we get the video at home. The problem with doing the video at home is since we got these hardwood floors, now it's an echo. So I know it makes the sound distorted if I get too loud. So we gonna keep it right here. We ain't gonna get excited or nothing, you guys. We gonna keep it right at this level here so that everybody can hear. We don't get annoyed by the bounce back and the echoing and everything. Sound like a nigga ain't got no damn furniture in their house. I swear I do. Anyway, you guys, so it opens with Liv telling Mellie what happened. And Mellie, of course, is heartbroken. She's breathless. She can't believe it, but she's got to get it together. She tells Liv to get the Secretary of State and everybody else down to her office. Okay, they got some shit to plan. But we find out that Jake and Olivia were actually the ones behind the bombing. The camera flips to the two of them talking. We did do the right thing. Of course we did. Then we jump over to Cyrus and his man Glacklin. They're in a relationship. Glacklin loves his little Cyrus, cooks some food and everything, and Cyrus entertains him. Something different for Cyrus. When Cyrus is rushing off for work, Glacklin is asking him, like, why can't you give me any security clearance? Okay, just tell me the secrets. I won't tell anybody. And Cyrus is like, okay, I'll tell you one. There's vampires down in a bunker. Cyrus says, there are rules, there are laws. I can't tell you anything. Now, back to Mellie and Olivia. They are planning their attack, what they're going to do next. Mellie wants all this to start happening like soon, like the next day, and Olivia's like, I can't be here tomorrow. Quinn is getting married, and I'm assuming Olivia's planning on being with Quinn the whole entire next day. When she goes out of the office from Mellie, she sees her secretary, and she tells her, hey, Quinn's been blowing up your phone. She's been trying to get in touch with you. So Liv meets with Quinn out at this monument, okay, and it's at nighttime, and, Quinn has this look on her face like she's stressed, okay? Olivia has something borrowed from her. It's some pen. It's some historical meaning. She's telling Quinn all about the importance of it, and then she also tells her, I know you might be nervous, but you're doing the right thing, and Charlie's going to be a good dad, and he's going to be a good husband. She's trying to give her some words of encouragement, and Quinn is just like, this is not about me or Charlie or my baby. I know he's going to be a good husband and a good father, okay? I know what you did. Olivia's looking at her like, what are you talking about? She was like, I know that you blew up that plane. There was a witness. Olivia's just like, Quinn, girl, don't get beside yourself. What are you saying? And she was just like, how could you blow up that plane? Okay, that was a teenage girl on there. And Liv was like, I do things that you don't understand, and don't even go there. We need to just leave this alone. Quinn is going on and on. You killed a teenager. And, Olivia reminded her of how she saved Quinn back in the day from whatever her life was. And Quinn was like, no, you only do things that are convenient for you. You don't do things to help anybody. Liv says, I saved you. But whatever, Quinn, what are you going to do about it? And she was just like, I am going to run QPA differently than you did. My job is going to be about justice. And Liv was like, Quinn, girl, I'm just letting you know, you better move on. You did not know that girl. That girl was not your family. I am your family. Charlie is your family. This is your family at QPA. So back up and back off. Get it together, and I will see you tomorrow at the wedding. But when Liv rushes to her car, she gets inside, and you can tell she is upset. She did not need anybody seeing her dirt. And again, when she goes to talk to Jake about it, he assures her that it was a good plan, even if Quinn can't see it. So the next day, it's the day of the wedding. Abby is rushing off to go help Quinn get ready. Everybody's nervous. Huck is the best man / man of honor. Liv wants to talk to Quinn. She's been trying to call her, but Quinn is not answering the phone. This is a little troubling for Olivia. They need to bury this hatchet before this wedding. Now jumping back over to Mellie, she meets with the guy, remember the one that they were trying to get to sign the treaty. And he tells her, listen, we're willing to move on with this treaty under 2 conditions. First condition is if everybody abandons the nuclear capabilities, then the new regime will as well. Secondly, the new regime has to be recognized as the new leaders of Bashwan. So what do you think, old President Mel? And Mellie was just like, well, you know what, you go and tell the new regime to kiss my ass. As a matter of fact, they better watch their own ass. I can't wait to drop the bombs on them and kill everybody for what they did. Go tell them that. Now, getting back to the wedding, you know, everybody is getting prepared, and Abby calls and lets them know that Quinn is missing, that she's a runaway bride. This makes Liv very nervous. I was just like, oh Lord, Liv, please don't kill Quinn next. So when Abby goes back to the office, you know, their whole feeling is that Quinn has cold feet and that she ran. Well, of course, Liv and Jake knows that it's probably something else. So while they're trying to figure out what to do about it, okay, everything kind of starts falling apart. The DJ has to go, Marcus has to go to work, you know, people have to leave. Charlie feels like she wouldn't have run, okay, that she was not in that headspace. So Charlie is like, something else is up. Huck goes to Quinn's house to look for any kind of clues of where she might be. And then he finds something. He rushes back to the office. He's got a laptop and he's got a ring. Okay, Quinn's engagement ring. She left that behind. They look onto the laptop and they actually see that Quinn was investigating, it looks like the explosion, and that she had some people that were all the people that were on the tarmac before the plane was about to take off. She was, you know, had them on surveillance. So they're trying to figure out exactly who she was leaning towards or who she was talking to. They also noticed that on her ring there was some sort of solvent. Thought it was blood, but no, it's the solvent that cleans off blood. Quinn did not run, she was taken. Now Jake and Olivia have a real quick meeting while they doing all of this, and Jake and Olivia was like, find her and bring her to me now, because Jake and Olivia feel like Quinn has flipped on them and is about to build a case and tell on them. So they're all trying to figure it out. Of course, Liv is trying to throw them off the path. Anything that they come up with, you know, she quickly, you know, takes it over and says she'll research that or she'll take that back to her office or something like that. While they're talking about it, Curtis, the reporter, Olivia's bed buddy, he shows up and he's looking for Quinn. And they're like, why are you even here? And he was like, yeah, I needed to talk to her. She called me last night. And Olivia was like, this is her wedding day. She's missing. Okay, what did she say on your message? And he says, well, she said that she had some information about the explosion. And it wasn't the Bashwan people, that it was actually some Americans that had killed them. And she was like, and what else did she say? Did she say who it was? And he was like, no, that's all I got. He was like, well, you know, I'll let you know if anything else comes up. And she was like, what, you're not going to keep on investigating this? And he was just like, of course I am. This is a story. I'm a reporter. I have a TV show. And if the story is legitimate, I am going to get to the bottom of it. So now it's a mess. Okay, Liv's nerves is on 100. I was like, I know she got the bubble guts. She's got to keep them off the path. She talks to Melly, and Melly is all like, I can't wait to blow them motherfuckers up. Liv is like, don't do anything. Don't do anything right now. And Melly was like, well, you need to hurry up and get back. And Liv was like, well, I can't get back right now. You know why Liv can't get back right now? Because she has to keep on getting them off of the path of trying to figure out exactly what they know. Yeah, just hold on, Melly. Let me handle what I gotta handle here, and then I'll be back there to you. So Jake finds out on his little investigation that Quinn was actually talking to, was an Air Force man, and he said something to Quinn about this explosion. In some witchy kind of way, they come up with a way to pin it on that Air Force man, and also that Air Force man used to work for Glackland, okay? And so they come up with this story saying that Glackland is the one that staged this whole explosion. Okay, Glackland of all people. So Liv goes back and tells the group, you know what, if we find Glackland, then we will find Quinn. Okay, everybody go look. Abby goes and tells Cyrus that, you know, they suspect Glackland is the one behind everything. And Cyrus is just like, Glackland? No. Okay. This is not the right person. I'm sorry. There's no way. Okay. You ain't really even got enough sense to do something like this. And she was just like, well, if, you know, if he is the one responsible and if he has Quinn, you know, and Cyrus is like, listen, I'll take all the blame in the world. But then when Abby leaves, Cyrus starts to think about their conversation earlier, how Glackland was trying to get him to tell him information, you know, classified information, and wanting security clearance and all of that. So now he's sort of like, am I getting played? So he goes back and he tells Abby and Olivia and them, you know what, he did want to get, he did want to get clearance and he wanted to know some classified information. So now I can't really be too sure. And they were like, okay, well, we need to get him here. Do you know where he is? So Cyrus tries to call him, but he can't answer the phone. And you know why? It's because he's wrapped up like a sausage in saran wrap, and Charlie is over there torturing him with a bag of oranges, hitting him all in the stomach and the chest because he thinks that Glacklen knows where Quinn is. It was just the cheesiest little scene, so unbelievable. You know, when you see Hook act crazy, and even when you see Quinn act crazy, you believe it. When you see Charlie act crazy, it looks like somebody acting like they trying to be crazy. In the meantime, they try to go find the Air Force man that Quinn was talking to, and they find out that he is dead at his apartment, okay? And now they really think that Glacklen is behind it, okay? So now everybody is all worried about Quinn. Back at the Oval Office, Mellie is on her veranda, and she had summoned Jake. It took him an hour to get there. She was like, what took you so long? Okay, anyway, she tells him that she wants this new regime that was behind the coup, she wants them taken out. And Jake was like, yeah, I mean, I could do that, but you don't want to give me that order. And she was just like, I'm the president of the United States. Don't you forget that. And he was like, yeah, but, when I'm not on the clock, I don't work for you. Oh. She was like, okay, well, I guess that'll be all then. I was just like, oh, yes, all right, Jake. So that doesn't work for Mellie. And so now she has summoned Marcus, okay? And Marcus is quite annoyed. He don't feel like all this. But anyway, she meets with him in her limousine. And he's like, what is all this? And she was just like, I don't know what to do. And he was just like, what do you mean you don't know what to do? Go on and get your treaty signed and let that be that. I mean, what's the big deal? And she was like, the big deal is that they blew up this plane and, all of that. And he was just like, and so what's that got to do with anything with what you trying to do? He's thinking that she just wants to go to war. And he was just like, no, you got your egos in the way, and it ain't even that big of a deal. Okay, get the shit signed, stop making it such a such a monumental crisis, and move on with your life. Is that all? Do you need anything else from me? And she was just like, oh, no, I don't. I was like, damn, Marcus, why Marcus so hostile? Back at QPA, they're looking at the timeline of when Quinn called the reporter and all of that. Turns out that she actually called him before. Was it before or was it after she had met with Liv? She had called at 10:19, and I don't know how they came up with the conclusion that she was, meeting with the killer. Shit was moving so fast. But anyway, 10:19, Cyrus is like, wait a minute. 10:19, there's absolutely no way that Glacklen could have been there. He was with me. I was with him the entire time. Cyrus is like, shit, I knew it. So then they realized that she was at this monument and she was meeting the killer there. Okay, and they were like, well, there's cameras all over that place, so we'll get the footage and we'll look at it then. So then Olivia, she real sick and nervous now. She calls Jake and she was like, go over there and get those fucking cameras now. In the meantime, there's a problem. They cannot find Charlie. And of course, that's because Charlie is still over there fake torturing. And Hook is the only one who realizes, since he was with B613, that Charlie is probably doing something to Glacklen. So he rushes over, he finds where Charlie is, and right when Charlie is about to scrape all the skin off of Glacklen's face with this damn, rake thing, Hook lets Charlie know that he was not the one who took Quinn. Okay, right in the nick of time, poor Glacklen. Back at the Oval Office, Mellie meets with the man that she told him to go back and tell him that she was going to blow him up. And he was like, listen, I can't go back and tell him that. I got family over there, that's just really not the message that I can go back with. And she was like, all right, I was tripping. Go on back and tell him we're going to sign this treaty, okay, exactly the way that I say it's going to be. Ain't going to be negotiations or anything. They're going to sign it, they're going to get it back, we're going to move on, and okay, we'll recognize them as the new leadership of Bashwan. So that seems to work for the man. Okay, back at QPA, they get the footage. They're looking at the footage. They see Quinn standing at the monument. It's nighttime, look like she's waiting for somebody. And then right when the person is walking up, it goes blank. It's been erased. There's absolutely nothing there. Poor Charlie is losing it. Okay, and they're like, don't worry about it, Liv. Don't worry about it, Charlie. We gonna get to the bottom of it. Okay, I guess because Liv got that look on her face like she about to throw up. I was like, that's what she worried about. And then we see Cyrus back at the house with his man Glacklen. He's comforting him, okay? To think that his man could do something like that, okay? Glackman was like, you did tell me it was vampires. You didn't tell me they came with a bag of oranges. Oh, you guys, I really like them two together. I didn't never watch. That guy obviously was on some other show, and you guys was like, that he ain't supposed to be on here. But I actually think that Cyrus and this guy together is a cute little couple. Y'all know Rocky love. And then back at the Oval, you know, Mellie is upset. Her man is gone, but it is what it is. What can she do about it but move on with her life? You see Charlie and Huck. They're having a drink, a toast to their old girl, hoping that she's okay somewhere out there. We see Abby and David. Now, earlier she had told him, don't get all mushy at this wedding. But now that she needs David, you know what? She actually gives him a kiss, holds his hand, and cries on his shoulder. I was like, I don't even think I want them two to get back together. And then lastly, we see Jake and Olivia. They're in the little bunker for the B613 at the White House, and Jake has some footage. He actually found something. All right, so when he's letting Olivia see the footage, it's actually just a whole bunch of snow. She was like, well, what am I supposed to be looking at? And he was like, actually, it's erased footage, but okay, it is the surveillance cameras from QPA. In the middle of the snow, there's this one part when he stops it, you can actually see Quinn in her wedding dress. She was on the elevators at QPA. She was on her way to her wedding, and evidently someone stole her off of the elevators on her way to the wedding. Okay, so that's when they realized that no, she is not out there trying to flip on Jake and Olivia. Somebody has indeed stolen Quinn. And that's how it ends. All right, you guys, that's it. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm It's Rocks. The channel is For It's Rocks. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.